long. And what I mean um, by the title, this is based on experience, and I've been around almost 5 decades. So I have a little experience. And when it comes to who you bring around your family, you have to be really discerning in who you allow access to your inner sanctum and to your loved ones, um, because you never know about somebody's ulterior motives at any given time. Everybody has an agenda. And I'm basing this on experience. I recently, within the last year, I had to cut ties with a very long time, very good friend, almost like family. Had to cut him right off for violation. Bro code, man code, whatever you want to call it. And the situation wasn't even a current situation. But in this situation, I dealt with my ex-best friend being a little bit too familiar with my ex-wife. Might have been innocent, might have not been, And the situation was, and I'll try to be very brief in my explanation. The homie invites me to a graduation party for his son. He's graduating from high school. I'm like, bet, I will be there. Gonna bring my current lady. Cool, hit me, let me know, it's a go, I'll be there. Let me know what I need to bring. And a few days before the event, I get a hit from the homie asking me if I would mind if if he invited my ex-wife to the get-together. And I, without even thinking about it, told him yes, I would mind. There's no reason for her to be there. She doesn't even know his son. She may have met him once, probably not. I don't even think she's ever met this particular son of his. So it was just like, first of all, why are you even thinking about inviting her? Well, she wished me happy Father's Day. Yesterday was recently Father's Day. And I'm like, the girl didn't even wish me happy Father's Day. But okay, let's move on. So you talk to her on Father's Day and you want to invite her to the party. I said, I'm not feeling that, It's my ex-wife. And we don't necessarily need to party together at this point or socialize together outside of anything that's going on with our children. And feeling like I didn't even need to really explain, go this far in explaining. But I'm noticing that he's having an issue with my answer. And I'm like, well, why would he call me and ask me, and then when I tell him no, why would he have a problem? Thanks for coming in the room right now. If you're just joining in the room, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't subscribed. Talking about why you should keep niggers away from your family. And explaining the situation where I had to part ways with a best friend of mine to a party for his son who was graduating from high school. A few days before the event, he calls and asks me as if it's okay to bring my ex, if he invites my ex-wife. So I tell him unequivocally, no. There's no reason for us to be socializing together, partying together, whatever the case may be. So we get into a little back and forth because apparently he wants to know why. And then for you to go so far as to push back against my answer, my no is my no. When I say no, I pretty much mean no. And for him to, try to talk his way around that, I felt like, a violation was definitely in play. There was a flag on the play. So I'm like, bro, like, it's not a situation where, she needs to be in my presence, bro. I'm bringing my lady. And while they don't have any issues, I just don't want her around, bro. And if you've thought enough to ask me, I'm telling you, no, honor my answer. My answer is my answer. But we go back and forth, back and forth. We eventually, get into a heated argument, and he hangs up the phone, and he never calls back to rectify the situation. And again, this is a best friend that we go back to 1984. 7th grade is when we met, and we've been through hell and high water together. And so yeah, I never hit him back. I never go to the event because I never heard back to get the address. And so I guess the event came and went, and I got a call from a mutual friend of ours who's from the same era. And he knew about the situation. I hadn't told anybody, He knew about the situation, so I was like, oh, wow. So he called and told you about it, okay. So, so I was like, so what happened? Since you know about the situation, did he actually go? Did she go to the event? So he says, I'm gonna give you a call back. So he hangs up, calls the ex-homie, and finds out what happened, even though I think he already knew. Then he calls me back and says, well, yeah, she did go. So at that point, I'm like, all bets is off. Like, that was a major violation on my part. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call you and invite you to a party and then some kind of way, in some convoluted manner, get in touch with your ex-wife, no matter how. I don't give a fuck if I bumped into your ex-wife at the grocery store. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not inviting her to any functions. You know what I'm saying? Because what I believe he did was he spoke to her and invited her and then doubled back to try to get clearance from me. When I shut that shit down, he didn't want to call her back and tell her she couldn't come. He trying to save face. So rather than, I guess lose standing with her, he'd rather lose standing with me. And, I cut that motherfucker off, and I haven't spoke to him since. And he's tried to reach out to me, but nigga, you're dead to me. And that's just what it is. I would never feel comfortable bringing that man around my family. I could never bring you around any of my loved ones. You feel me? I just couldn't do it. Because you violated, bro, 3 decades plus of a friendship because you wanted to consort and hang out with my ex-wife. You feel me? So, once I figured it out that it went the way that I felt like it shouldn't be going, I did reach out to him, let him know, look, bro, it's a dub. Our friendship, our relationship, whatever it was, it's no more. You made your choice. You picked that hill around your family. Because niggas will stab you in the back first chance they get, especially over a piece of ass, which is what I never understand. Because I've never violated any of my friends in that kind of scenario. I've never violated my friends, period. But I've definitely never violated any of my friends around their lady, around their ex, their family, any kind of, situation where I feel like, it may even be perceived as being inappropriate. You know, I avoid it. I don't even hug my homies' old ladies. I don't like to hug them. Like, there's no need for me to be hugging on you. You know, we can shake hands, fist bump. You feel me? I don't even give them hugs. You know, I don't want to get too familiar with anybody's old lady. I don't want anybody looking at me crazy. You feel me? Where they running with wild thoughts in their head, fuck around and, you know, punch me in the back of the head on some bullshit. I'm not, you know, I'm not about that. It's plenty of women out here without having to delve into the pool of women that your friends are dealing with. You know, I never got into that, never understood that, never understood the allure of the homie's woman. That's yours. You know, she got a friend and I'm interested, hey, you know. But I don't even do that. You know, I hunt alone, you know what I'm saying? And I eat alone. You fuck all that pack shit. You know, that pack shit is dead in 2022. You know, you run with a pack of niggas, it's gonna be some bullshit. You know? So keep niggas away from your family at all costs. This is Bill Money signing off. Streetz gotta eat. Smash that like and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.